Greetings, Internet viewers. It's your old pal Oxleymations here again with another Oxleymations presentation. You'll have to pardon my voice. My throat's a little dry from work today. Just got done with another 12-hour shift. Story of my life. So let me get a quick little drink here. Also, that gives you a little bit of a hint as to what today's video's topic is. As you know, if you didn't already pick that up from the title right down here below where I'm sitting. So Wendy's, of all places, now has a couple of offerings that are revolving around the brand Takis. And some people in my audience might actually know of Takis thanks to Markiplier and several videos that he's done, several vlogs, blogs, whatever you want to call them, in the not-so-distant past, where he admitted that he loves the flavor of Takis, but he doesn't actually love the crunch or even really like the crunch of the like tortilla thing. So he'll just like suck the powder off of them and do something. I forget exactly how I worded it, but it was interesting. He's obsessed with that red Takis powder for some reason. So, unrelated to, Markiplier, Mark Fishbach, we have in one of these bags, because they didn't give me one of the fancy bags that says like, the Takis Fuego meal or the Fuego chicken sandwich or whatever. So, okay, they did actually give me the bag that says that, at least for the fries. I got the Fuego fries because I wanted to, and because, they were on the menu. So what you get with the Takis meal, this is something I had to buy separate, so I'm just going to set that aside. What you get with the meal is you get the Takis chicken sandwich. You get an actual little tiny bag of Takis, Fuego flavor. Well, the whole screen just got dark. Is that an omen? Is that a bad omen about the Takis? I do not know. Then the spoons for our Frosties. Okay, now this should be the Takis Fuego chicken sandwich. But what comes with the meal is the chicken sandwich, the little baggy Fuego, Takis Fuego. Sorry, it has been a long day. And I believe that there was also another thing. The drink. The drink is the other thing that comes with the meal. And as I already kind of just alluded to, kind of just gave away, you can also get Fuego fries separately. Shake the bag, tear the top, eat the fries. Okay, but I'm going to guess that they just like dumped a bunch of Fuego powder down in there. Takis powder. They're Takis brand. They're Takis. It's not Fuego. It's not Fuego brand. Fuego is the flavor. Takis is the brand. Sorry, basically my brain is an overbaked potato right now. I gotta talk to it like that sometimes to make it member. But anyway, so we have the chicken sandwich. We have the Takis Fuego flavored snacks. And we have the drink, which I believe that is all that came with the meal itself. It might have also come with just regular fries. But since I got the Fuego fries, they threw them in instead. So without further delay, I'm actually going to start with the... Oh, wait a minute. Do I have my wallet with me? Hold on, folks. I almost forgot to go on a little tangent about the price point. Just give me a moment. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming back. Don't you worry, folks. I'm coming. Okay. So to go over the price, and yes, that is a rather large receipt because we got more than just this. For the meal, which was the spicy Takis chicken sandwich, the Takis Fuego fry, and a medium... Oh, apparently they upcharged me on the drink a little bit. But for just the Fuego meal by itself, which, like I said, is the spicy Takis chicken and the Takis Fuego fry, and these, was $10.39, at least at our local Wendy's. So, let's see. Just making sure I got everything in order. Okay. So yeah. Now that I got that out of the way, on to the fries. I'm going to do like it says on the bag. I'm going to shake the bag, I'm not going to tear the top, but then I'm going to eat the fries. So here we go. Sorry for any headphone using viewers. Let's see, did that do any? Oh. Okay, yeah, it actually did kind of do something. Because when I looked originally, the fries didn't have that much of that red Takis powder on them. But now, they kind of do. Did you bring in any plates from the kitchen?
No.
Okay. One moment, folks. And that's my sister, by the way.
Hello, audience.
I heard a bunch of clinking and stuff from the kitchen, so I thought she brought some plates. But it's okay. I can get it. I am a big boy. Dramatic plate music. Ta-da! Okay. So that you all can see what they look like without me having to tilt the bag like that, although that also still kind of works. You see there's a lot of that Takis Fuego powder right down in the bottom of the bag there, which when you shake up the bag, as the directions imply, gets them all over the fries. The bag does not want to just stand up, but it gets it all over the fries like this. Before I shook the bag, they looked kind of like this long one right here in the front, but now there's a bunch that are like bright friggin' neon red. So to your health, everyone. I'm about to try one of these things. All right, let me get one that doesn't have a whole lot on it to be kind of the medium, the median. With only that little hit of Takis flavoring, it almost tastes like those Taco Bell nacho fries. With a little bit more of a sour kick to it. Now let's get one that, oh wow. Yeah, this is definitely our contender for the one that's like just loaded with the stuff. It looks like one of those Red Vine Twizzler things. Actually, I have an even more direct comparison because it's right here in front of me. It's about as red as the straw for my drink. Now, what exactly makes it red? I do not know. I can go into that in a minute because I can look over the ingredients on the back of the baggie because it should be the same. Regardless, here we go. Like I said, it's got a little bit of a sourness to it. And as you can probably tell, I'm not a huge fan of sour. I can tolerate it to a degree. But when I'm not expecting it, I do all kinds of weird things like that. If you're a fan of Takis, especially that tangy flavor, I do believe you will like these. Myself personally, I think next time I'm going to skip the Takis fries. Because in small doses, it's not bad. Like I was saying, combined with the fries, it's almost like the Taco Bell nacho fries, that seasoning kind of thing. But in high quantities, like that last one, woo, it'll wake you up. Okay. And I can tell those aren't fresh fries. Like we just got back from the Wendy's like a few minutes ago, and these are already stone cold. Well, okay, not stone cold, but they don't even feel like they've been under the heat lamp. It's like they fried them, put them in the Takis powder, and then just let them sit in the bag. I guess they're expecting the people who buy this to assume that the heat from the Takis powder is that the fries are actually still warm. If that makes sense to you. Like I said, it's been a long day. I might not be making sense. And also, you get that Takis powder on your fingers real quick. Okay. And real quick, a little palate cleanser before I get to the sandwich. Nice big medium, big medium. Nice medium cup of mellow yellow. Not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Okay, now on to what should be the sandwich. Like, obviously it's a sandwich, but I don't know if it's actually the Takis Fuego chicken sandwich, which it is. Which is good, because that's what I bought. That's what I ordered. And if they didn't give it to me, I'd raise hell! So, trying to find the most picturesque side of this silly thing. And looks like right about there. So that's about what the sandwich looks like in the bun. Let's go ahead and peel the top off, if it'll come off willingly. There we go. There's some of the sauce and a lot of the Takis Fuego bits. Much of the same still on the sandwich. It doesn't smell too bad. All right. Although it does kind of look like they might have overcooked the chicken a little bit. See how it's got that dark golden brown? It almost matches the bun. But I'm not going to hold that against the sandwich. So, again, to your health, everyone. Let's kind of wrap the wrapper around this properly. I'm trying not to get sauce on my hands, because it appears to be a rather saucy sandwich. Okay. So far, the chicken actually is still kind of moist. Was not expecting that, but it's greatly appreciated. It's got a nice kick from, I don't know if it's the cheese sauce or from the whatever the Takis stuff that they put on this. And this doesn't have like that extreme zing like the fries had, but it still has a nice low heat going on. It's not a bad little sandwich for what it is, if you're a fan of spice, that is. But personally, I forget if it was Wendy's or Burger King. I think it was Burger King. That had this spicy chicken sandwich that had a nice sweetness to it. I would take that over this. No offense, Wendy's. This is a good effort on your part. At least this exact sandwich. Figured I'd give you all a nice little cross section there. Now let's get some of that sauce by itself because I just got some smeared on my finger. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. The red sauce is definitely where the Takis powder where the Takis flavoring powder is coming into play, and that's where the majority of the heat is. And I think it's supposed to be the Takis powder sauce with a like a jalapeno cheese sauce. I think that's the two flavors I'm getting from this. And like I said before, if you're a fan of heat, you'll probably like it. But this is more heat than flavor. Like the first couple of bites where there wasn't a whole lot of that cheese sauce and a lot of Takis hot powder sauce was actually a fairly decent size. Decent flavor. But now that I'm getting to the center of it where it's just like caked on there, I can't really taste the chicken. All I'm tasting is like the cheese sauce. I can't really taste the Takis sauce. Like that one little dip off my finger has a little bit of a tartness to it, a little bit of a tang, which I'm assuming Takis are known for. I think I've had Takis before, like once. It might have been on this channel. It might have been, off. I might not have recorded a video, so I'm trying to say if I did taste it before. But anyway, yeah, if you're looking for the sandwich itself to taste like Takis, then I think you might be just a little disappointed, but they do throw in a bag of Takis, so you shouldn't be too disappointed. And I just reminded myself I was going to look and see what the red... I already found it. The red coloring for Takis comes from Red 40 Lake, whatever that means. So that's fun. Let's see. These are made with corn flour processed with lime, vegetable oil, palm and or soybean and or canola oil, seasoning, which consists of salt, maltodextrin, citric acid, which is where that tang comes in, sugar, monosodium glutamate, hydrolyzed soy protein, onion powder, yeast extract, Red 40 Lake. That's counted as a seasoning. Okay, Yellow 6 Lake, natural and artificial flavors, and then sodium bicarbonate, soybean oil, chili pepper, chile, disodium inosine, and then disodium guanylate, TBHQ, preservatives, and contains soy made in a facility that may also use milk, egg, wheat, and peanuts. And this whole bag here is about 140 calories. But we're not here about the actual Taki. Well, yeah, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have myself a Taki or two and compare it to the rest of the food real quick. So just tear it off like a Band-Aid. There's the Takis tucked away inside. looking like little red hot taquitos. All right. Almost forgot to do a palate cleanse real quick. Okay. The palate has been cleansed, so I'm going to get one of these Takis. It's going to just grab this one at random, which is like loaded with that Takis flavoring. And to your health, everyone. The crunch is almost like they're about to go stale. Yet the sell-by date isn't until October. Let me get another one just in case it was just that one that was kind of off. Okay, that one's more the crunch I was expecting. Now these things aren't too bad. Sorry, it's that that lime and the citric acid working wonders on my tongue. Now let's compare that directly with the fries. No, that one didn't have enough powder on it. Aha, there's another fire engine red one. I've got a nice big red one. Going back to back from the seasoned fries and the actual Takis, I kind of prefer the Taki itself because these, I think it's because of the tortilla, have a subtle sweetness to them. Very subtle, mind you. But they also have that lime kick. Sorry, the citric acid kick with lime. And apparently these are the extreme Fuego. They're not terrible. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of them because as much as I don't mind that little bit of a sour kick, I've never really been a fan of hot and sour. You know what I'm saying, folks? Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know, just spicy and sour, it never really meshed well with me. Like, it's part of the reason why I'm not a huge fan of Tabasco sauce. Sweet and sour, on the other hand, that stuff slaps, as they say. God, I feel old saying it that way. Anyway, yeah. So regarding the meal itself, the sandwich and the fries, I kind of recommend the sandwich. I just wish that they would have made it a little sweeter to go with the heat and the cheese, because like I said, after that first bite, once I started getting farther in, you can't really taste the chicken. All you really taste is the jalapeno cheese sauce and a little bit of the Takis flavoring. Excuse me. And otherwise, it just like leaves a tingle on your tongue. The fries, I'm going to skip those next time. Just the flavor of the potato mixed with the Takis powder is just not working for me, family. Fam is the word I was going to say. viewers, all y'all out there. Sandwich, yes. Fries, not so much. And the actual snacks themselves, compared to the fries, if I was given that by someone, sure, I'd take it. I'd snack on it. But I don't think I would go out of my way to actually buy it. I don't know. But like I said, I kind of recommend the sandwich. The Fuego fries, not so much. I think that's the second or third time I've said that, so I'm just going to cut my losses here. So hopefully, if y'all have enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up down below. Feel free to share if you'd like and comment down below what you thought of the video itself. But with all of that out of the way, this is your old pal Oxleymations saying, first of all, I truly and greatly appreciate that y'all tuned into this video today. Legitimately, I truly and greatly appreciate that. I'll see y'all in the next one. And between now and then, viewers beware. And subscribe if you dare.